What's going on, guys? What's good? What's good? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Hello. Welcome to the Thunderdome, as I like to call it. It's hot. It's hot. And I'm not talking about the stock market. I'm talking about my house right now because I got the AC turned off. I got all the windows open, trying to air it out as I get ready to move here, or as I'm moving. So, what's good? What's poppin'? How you all doing? It's 8:52 this morning. Beautiful. What is it? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday today? I always forget what day it is. Let me close this door real quick. I'm not going anywhere. Hold on, people. I'm back. We are going. I got nothing left. Literally in my house right now, I got a computer, I got a mattress, and I got two computers, a mattress, and a couple lights. So, yeah, we're getting down to the nitty and gritty here today as I get ready to move. Oh, it's been quite the nightmare trying to go through all of this. I got too much stuff. I got way too much stuff. I never knew how somebody could have so much stuff until I started to look at how much stuff I have. Just, what in the world? Why do I need all this stuff? I have no idea. Orlando. I'm actually not going to Orlando. I've decided to just head right to Hawaii. I'm just going to literally drive to Hawaii. Well, I'm going to drive to LA, and then I'm going to ship my truck to Hawaii from there, and then I'll have to fly. Obviously, can't drive over the water, but let's get into it. Let's see what's hopping in on the scanners today. Right now, we're looking at a couple different stocks. SYPR looking like it's going to be really, it looks like the only kind of big mover right now. SYPR, $6.35, spiking this morning from $2.80. So SYPR trying to make a move here, I guess, this morning, up to $6.45 currently. Take a look at the chart here and see what's going on. On the 5-minute chart here, 5-minute chart right now, $6.40 here on SYPR, and yeah, looking to see what happens here. Looking a little top heavy right now, I would say here on this move so far, going from $2.80 up there to $6.40. Got 22 million shares trading so far. The news this morning on SYPR, the news is pretty simple. If you look at the Trade Ideas scanner here, the news is that they've got a defense contract award. This came out at 8 a.m. They announced that they recently follow-on award from the U.S. Department of Defense to manufacture and test electronic power supply modules for mission-critical long-range precision-guided anti-ship missile systems. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like money. Sounds like they're going to make a lot of money from that deal. Precision-guided anti-ship missile system. I don't know. That just seems like it would equate to a lot of money. Something, I don't know. Something about it. So we'll see what happens here on SYPR right now at the 640 area. This is the 5-minute chart. You can see on the 5-minute chart going ding, 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 ding. Had a nice little breakout this morning when the news popped at 8 a.m. It pulled back to the EMAs, and then ever since then it's been moving higher, obviously. But The question remains, can this continue to push from here? The float, if you look at the float on SYPR, they got 11 million shares in the float. It's currently up 137%. 137% today so far. So 138 if you're really counting. But 138% today on SYPR. They got the news this morning about the defense contract. Congratulations to everyone out there who has been, for some reason, if you bought SYPR just yesterday, this is a great, look at this chart, guys. Just yesterday, SYPR was down at the $2.20 area. So if anyone out there had a magic ball and saw the future, congratulations, because there you go. Somebody asked, do I have a Discord where I talk about what stocks I'm going to buy? I do not have a Discord. I do not have a chat room. It's just all right here on the YouTube. So that's how you get to see me, right here on the YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. Yeah, we doing big stuff always right here on the channel. Always got something going on. I'm excited to see what happens here on SYPR. I don't know. Is this got the formula for a 300%, 400% move? I don't know. I don't know exactly. We've already got 100. Looking at the daily chart here, if we go back to 2014, got some resistance kind of right where we stopped at, which is, I'm always so impressed. I'm always very, very impressed at how well or how strong these stocks respect support and resistance. And I know people out there are always like, support and resistance, it doesn't work. But if you would have basically looked at the chart this morning, let's say you bought SYPR at $4 this morning, and you put a line off of the high here on SYPR back there in, I can't even, is that 619? Is that the high on there? Yeah, so if you basically would have put a line across the chart on the high on this last spike back in 2014, well, guess what? Just by looking at the daily chart, this is not rocket science, my friends. This is not, magic by any means. Everybody always wants to know, what's the deal? Well, look at this. Look at this. Looking at the daily chart, all right? We looked at the daily chart. We identified back in 2014 that resistance there at the $6 area. And look at how perfectly that stock ran up today. It ran from $4 right to that resistance. Like I said, this is not witchcraft. This is not rocket science. This is not magic. This is simply just charting and support and resistance. So right now, that 2014 resistance, which, that's, 7 years ago, 6 years ago at this point, 7 years basically at this point. Resistance from 7 years ago basically stopped or gave you a range. If you were buying here at the $4 area, you're looking at the daily chart, like, where's my next big resistance? Well, if I go way, way back here, go back to 2014, guess what? Bam. Found my resistance there. So it's always interesting. People a lot of times just don't spend the time or have the patience, I guess, or the what do you call it? Whatever the insight of looking at that resistance. Even though it's back in 2004, even though that resistance was back in 2014, it's very, like I said, interesting to see that pullback there. $6.54 on the dot, getting hammered there. How's the market looking right now? The SPY right now starting to sell off. The SPY yesterday, it's remarkable that the SPY yesterday went from 380 up to 389. How did it literally sold off so hard and then rallied back to green. You got to give it. Honestly, you got to give the market props for that. Like, I got to give it props. Like, everybody that bought the dip yesterday on the SPY, congratulations. If you were buying, let's say you were buying 385, 385 calls when the market was down here at the 380s. I mean, yeah, that's some beautiful return right there on those options. If you're trading the SPY options, or really, I think, anything yesterday. Tesla, same thing on Tesla yesterday, selling off big down to the 620 area. Like, how in the world did these stocks sell off so much in the morning at open and then somehow end up rallying back to green by the end of the day? It's mind-blowing. It's honestly mind-blowing. I don't know how it works. How does it work? How can anybody help me understand this? How does it work? Who's buying the dip? All right, so looking at the charts, looking at the scanner this morning, we've got SYPR. SYPR, it's up right now. It's up 127% with a pre-market high so far today at $6.54. And right now pulling back to the $6 area. They've got a deal, or I guess they got news this morning that they got a contract award from the Department of Defense to make, I think it was like batteries or power supplies for long-range guided anti-ship missiles. And I don't know about you guys, but that just sounds like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's got to be a lot of money, right? I mean, when you're talking anti-ship long-range missiles. I can't even imagine what one of those missiles even cost. I'm thinking, $1 million per missile? If you went to Best Buy and you wanted to buy a long-range guided ship missile, what would that cost? I'm thinking at least $1 million. At least $1 million if you wanted one of those. What else is popping off today? What are you guys watching? You guys are quiet. Everyone's so quiet. Right now, SYPR bouncing off that $6 area. Had a little bit of support kind of forming there, $5.80, $6 area right now. And looking to see if that's going to push above the highs going into open. We got 11 million shares here in the float on SYPR. So, yeah, it's good little, good size float for some action today. Good size float for some action. It's got a lot of volume on it. 26 million shares traded so far. So definitely interesting to see what's going to happen here, if it's going to push above that high. We're looking at the 1 minute chart right now. 1 minute chart, and you can see on the 5 minute chart kind of consolidating right now. Consolidating here at the $6 area. So we'll see what's popping. What's popping later on. Bitcoin pulling back here as well this morning. Pulling back. It was up to the 51,000 area. Had a little bit of a dip so far, but nice little bounce back. A bounce back after yesterday's sell-off. And right now, SYPR trying to push above that pre-market high. 650 area. That $6, that whole dollar area, that $5.86 area turning into support here. And sending it higher from there. It's only 9:05, so we still got 25 minutes till the market opens. So we haven't even got that market open action yet. We got 27. I mean, there's an insane amount of volume coming in on this stock right now. We got 27 million shares traded so far today. 27.5 million shares traded. So we'll see what happens here on SYPR. Can she go to the moon today? We're gonna see what happens here. 650, 660 on SYPR right now. Trying to push on it. What else we got popping off today? SYPR 670 now. 670 on SYPR. Keeping an eye on the scanner. Right now, it looks like SYPR is the only big mover of the day. SYPR is up 152% right now. The other gapper that's below that is SLRX, and it's only up 18%. So, Snapchat this morning, everything kind of just taking a little bit of a dipperoonie here. But even yesterday, Snapchat from $57 to $70. I mean, everything's going to the moon. Everything's just going to the moon, man. What's up with space? SPCE bouncing around this morning. A little bit of a gap down yesterday, down to the 38 area, back to 45 now. So might have been one of those buy the dip, sell the rip type of opportunities. We'll see what happens. Like I said, yesterday it was amazing to see how much the SPY bounced back yesterday. It's just it's defying logic in gravity at this point is the way that I would I'd say, right? Like it's literally just defying logic and gravity at that point. So who knows? The theory is that a lot of people were waiting for that it's got to be a lot of people sitting on the sidelines waiting for a move. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Maybe. This morning, Bitcoin right now looking to see if Bitcoin's going to hold that 49,000. Got stuck multiple times at that $51,000 area. So we'll see what happens on Bitcoin today. You can see here the chart right now that I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. I bought a bunch of altcoins yesterday. Bought a bunch of altcoins yesterday when we had that big sell-off. It was just kind of I've been telling myself I was going to buy more altcoins and do that for a little bit, and the price got to where I wanted it to get to, so I had to make the decision to take the trade. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin right now 49,000. Yesterday kind of just bounced multiple times off of that $45,000 area. Really never, had a small little dip, but no candle closed below 45,000. And that $45,000 area was kind of that key area that I was watching. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a nice, fun ride here. Nice, fun ride. What's going on, Nasir? Morning. Good morning. So right now, SYPR still the biggest mover so far today. Nothing else really popping off. So SYPR, we're going to see what happens here once the market opens. If it'll continue higher. Look at this thing. SYPR up to 680 now. Bouncing off that $6 area. And after that resistance that we identified there at the 650 area, if you go back to 2012, looks like that 760 area is that next resistance here on SYPR. So something to keep an eye on here just to see what happens if that resistance from 2012 is going to give it some trouble there. But like I said, this is really the only big mover that we've got on the scanner this morning. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens today, okay? We'll see where'd my mouse go? I lost my mouse. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I found it again. The problem with having multiple computers sometimes. I'm interested to see what it's going to be like trading in Hawaii, obviously with the time difference. So like right now in Hawaii, the time would be it's 5-hour difference. So the time in Hawaii right now, what the hell? The time right now is 4:10 a.m. So 4 a.m. in Hawaii. My plan is to start waking up at 4 a.m. in Hawaii to start trading in the morning. And that way it'll give me more time to make money and have fun. So, we'll see what happens. GameStop. I don't want to say that I called it. I don't want to be that guy because I pretty much, it was pretty clear that GameStop was not going to $1,000. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. You can blame Robinhood. You can, blah, blah. Yeah, blame whoever you want. But, yeah, GameStop, yeah, that was never going to work out. Yeah, the price, the $350 price buy or whatever that, yeah, that's, nah. GameStop, it's done. It's over. Forget about it. AMC. AMC is actually holding around that $7 area right now. So all those diamond hands. Everybody was a diamond hand, weren't they? BlackBerry. I mean, come on, guys. The writing was on the wall. I had never seen such clear writing. I know a lot of people were like, well, why don't you short or why don't you buy puts? The problem with GameStop and all these stocks when all this madness was happening was the implied volatility was just too much. Even if you, even on GameStop, let's say I would have bought $40 puts on GameStop, when it was up here at the 440 area, I probably still would have ended up losing money because the implied volatility was just so insane and the premiums were just so insane. So that's the problem with trading options or even trying to short stocks like this is even though the stock is $480, buying $40 puts or $50 puts, it doesn't always work out like that. You still can end up losing money even if you're right. Let's say I would have bought $50 puts that expired this Friday and the stock is at $46. I would pretty much say that there's a 100% chance that I would have ended up losing money on those options because the IV and everything was just so insane on those puts. So I guess maybe what I could have sold calls. I don't know, the theta. I don't know enough about theta and all that to give advice on it. What happened to my hair? I shaved it off. Come on, guys. This is old news. If you're asking about my hair, well, you obviously haven't seen my recent videos. This is like 3 weeks old. It's actually growing back in now. It's gonna grow back. It's growing back, baby. It's coming back. I put some Miracle Grow on it last night. I think it's gonna come back stronger than ever. I'm not going bald, that's for sure. SYPR at the 660 area now. See what happens going into open. Yeah, we'll see. I met a shaman in Hawaii. I look like a bald Tom Cruise. Whew! Tom Cruise is pretty good looking, so I am not mad about it. I'm not mad about it by any means. What's with you and drone nerds? So I do all the YouTubing and social media, Instagram and all that stuff for drone nerds. So I mean, I understand how the theta works. I just don't know enough about selling options and all that to risk it for me personally. I need to spend more time learning about options to be able to talk about them, I guess is the way to put it. I could just sit here and, make claims about it, but Matt Damon. You know what I'm kind of getting really sad about? And I guess, it's the nature of the beast, but 2020 has really ruined the financial YouTube world. Like, it's getting to a point where it's embarrassing. When people ask me what I do, and I tell them I have a YouTube channel about finance, they're like, "Oh, did you start that in 2020?" And I'm like, No. I've been doing this long before 2020, okay? But the singer from One Republic, I could go with that too. Hey, if anyone, it's bad, man. The financial channels, some of the, and I mean, and all due respect, like I'll say, when I first started my channel, like I was not an expert by any means, but like some of these people, man, like they have no idea what they're talking about. Like literally, I mean, it's insanity. It's literally insanity, man. I don't know what to do, and it's like it literally makes me embarrassed. It makes me embarrassed to claim to be a YouTuber anymore because people ask me like what do I do for a living, and I'm like, oh, I have a YouTube, and it's just like it's it's not cool to have a YouTube anymore because every idiot has a YouTube now, and it's not good. But the good thing is most of these guys will they'll give up over time. The journey to the top is long and hard and lonely, and they won't stick around. Once 2020, all that financial stuff, all that stuff dies out, and it ain't. I'll still be here, and they'll be gone. Same way that we were buying Bitcoin and all that stuff long before people were talking about it. I'll still be here. I've been through all types of ups and downs here in the stock market, cryptocurrency, and all that. So we were here back in 2017 talking about Bitcoin. We were here in 2018. We were here in 2019, 2020, and 2021. We ain't going nowhere, fam. We got about 13 minutes here, till the market opens. Right now, we're watching SYPR. SYPR is the big mover today. If you look here at the Trade Ideas scanner, right now, SYPR really is the only big mover on the scanner today, with 11 million shares in the flow. 11 million shares in the flow. It's got 35 million shares traded. It's hot today. So it's up from the $3 area, SYPR, from $3 this morning to a high of $6.91. So let's see what happens. It's really been it's been liking that EMA on the 5-minute chart. It's been liking it as a support. So let's see what happens here. Like if this, maybe like to see a little bit more of a pullback. Let's touch down to that. Like if we touch down to here, let's touch down to like this area here. $6 flat might really, I think, kind of give us a good idea of what's this gonna do today. Is it gonna go to the moon? Is it gonna go to the moon from here? But it's up. You gotta think it's up 136%. They did not cure cancer. They did not cure COVID. They don't have Bitcoin. They're not opening electric, anything like that. So yeah. I don't know if SYPR has enough juice in the tanks, in the rocket ship tanks to go all the way to the moon today, but it's up 131%, 135% right now with 35 million shares traded. Should be some good volatility here at open. We got about 10 minutes here till the market opens. If you're just now tuning in, do me one big favor, hit that like button on. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of stuff coming hard, coming strong for you guys to be checking out soon. Bitcoin bouncing off 49,000 right now. Yesterday I put in $15,000. I put in $15,000 yesterday morning into a portfolio of altcoins. It got up to a high this morning of 16,800, and currently I'm up to 16,100. So I would like to, I don't know if I'm going to be greedy or not, but I'd like to get at least 100% return. I might be greedy, but I'm going to hold for at least a minimum of 100% return. Maybe more. Maybe 500%. I don't know. I feel like I'll risk 15,000 to possibly make 50,000, right? Like that's a pretty good risk to reward. And some people might say, well, that's just hoping and praying. But I think that Bitcoin is still very, I know that's pulling back and it's crashing right now, but I still think that there is a lot of room for Bitcoin to run. And we really haven't even seen we haven't even seen the madness yet for a lot of these altcoins. Like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, a lot of these altcoins haven't really had a insane run just yet. And they haven't even reached, like Litecoin hasn't even reached the highs of 2017 yet. So I have pretty good, I wouldn't say pretty good confidence, but I have confidence that this party has just begun. And obviously there's going to be some some bumps and some bruises along the way, and we're going to have to battle sometimes, my friends. We're going to have to dig in deep. We're going to have to bust out our hands and, really put in some work sometimes. So, we got to have to focus. Have to focus here, boys. Let's go. How did I make your DOS charts look good? I think pretty simple. Nothing too fancy. Yeah. Why do they look better than your thing? I don't know. I just configured it. I've been using DOS Trader for about 5 years now, so I'm pretty dialed in with it. But yeah, right now we've got SYPR. This is the one that we're watching on the chart right now. We got 5-minute chart pulled up here. You can see we got the 9 EMA, that blue line on the 5-minute chart here on SYPR. And we're going to see what happens. It's got 36 million shares traded so far, my friends. Up 130%. Is this going to be a big mover here at open? We're going to find out. Like I said a little bit earlier, I was looking for that, see if this kind of that 580 area turns into support. And that might really kind of give us a good risk to reward here going into open if that 580 area can hold. Because we definitely don't want to be buying up here at the 690 area. As you can see, already dropping from 690 down there to 610. And so we're going to see, we got about 7 minutes here till the market opens. Again, looking at the trade ideas scanner, we've got SYPR, PSTX just popped up there. Nothing with a lot of volume that's gapped up big. We got a couple like 18, 10, 15% movers, but SYPR really is the big mover. They got news this morning. They got a Department of Defense contract or an award, or I don't really know exact, I guess it was an award to start building some stuff. I think it was like a long-range missile, guided missile, long-range guided missile, anti-ship missile. Did you guys actually know, little quick fact here for everybody. Did you know that did you guys know that the USA is actually strategically from an invasion standpoint, we're like unconquerable, because you got to think every other country would have to attack us from basically from the water. Like if China wanted to come attack America, they'd have to send like all their warships, and we have like one of the most advanced missile defense systems in the world as well. So yeah, they're screwed. Like literally, you can't take down America. Now, Hawaii, on the other chance, we could be in trouble. Me living in Hawaii, if China invades, obviously Hawaii would be like the first thing to go. So let's hope that China does not invade, because if I'm living in Hawaii, they might take me out, because the Chinese have watched my videos about Chinese stock. Nah, Australia doesn't have the defense though. Australia is gone like in one day. China's taken over Australia like in 5 minutes. That they don't even, it's no offense to Australia, but Australia's in trouble. They don't have enough people either. And I don't think like anyone, China's coming for Australia, probably first thing they're going to do. If there's a World War III, China's definitely going to take out Australia. Short trip, Russia to Alaska. Nah, it's too cold up there, man. And all the ice, like it's too much stuff going. Right now, SYPR bouncing off that. I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens here at open. But look at that bounce. Had a low of 607, bouncing from that $6 support area up to 666. I don't like exactly where we're at going into open here, because we're right in the middle between this pre-market high at the 691 area, $7, and then that kind of support area there at 6. So we're right in the middle of that decision, that 50-50 chance here. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Which way is it going to go? We've got a million questions, my friends, but no one really knows. So we're just going to sit back and wait for the open to see if this is if it's going to go or not. Personally, I'll be waiting to see if we get, let's say we get a break over $7. We get a break over 7, we should probably get what, a 40, 50 cent move to there. Would I move to Puerto Rico? Probably not. I'll be moving to Hawaii instead. You know, I thought about Puerto Rico, but oh man, SYPR is pushing already. This is, I would have preferred this happening at open and not right now. Like this could be bad because it could end up being a big bull trap. Right there, because you can see like it just spiked up to 707 and just crashed back down 20-30 cents. So this could end up being a bull trap here, so be careful, my friends. I'm not going to say it can't go higher, but it's up 158% right now. You got 39 million shares traded, and yeah, there's resistance coming up there at the $7, $7.50 area. So we'll see what happens. We got about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes till the market opens, my friends. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till the market opens. SYPR, the biggest mover of the day so far, up 158% right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I mean, I think at this point there's just no real reason to jump in. I don't see any advantage to jumping in, you know, a minute before the market opens. You know, like I said, I don't like it at this point right here. Not where we're at. You know, $7 right at that resistance going into open. We're a little, you know, we're a little bit more risky than I'd want to be. A little bit more risky at this point. Obviously, buying SYPR this morning would have been, you know, much better. But let's just wait for the market to open and see what happens from there. Right now, I don't like it at that $7 area. But hey, I've been wrong before. But it's also one of those things, you know, if you make the trade, you don't make the trade. It is what it is. We're here to make money. I need Bitcoin to go to the moon. Like, if Bitcoin could just go to, like, $80,000 really quickly, like, I would not complain. You know, like, I won't complain. I'll be totally happy. I'll be totally happy if Bitcoin just wants to go straight to the moon. You know, I don't have no problem. I'm really getting tired of all these billionaires like Elon Musk pumping Dogecoin. Like, it's terrible. It's like a big joke for him. All right, so here we go. SYPR, we are now open for business. The stock market is open for business here at 9:30, I should say. $7 here on SYPR, pushing up there, 720 now. This is the 1 minute chart that we're watching. This thing is popping off right now. Let's see what happens. Showing us that there's that resistance here, 750. There's that pullback. I was worried about that bull trap, my friends. That bull trap-a-rooney here. Kind of bouncing off that EMA there. If this starts to curl back up and want to push, I'll look to jump in, like, see what happens. Just giving it a little bit of time. I didn't like that $7 break. Did not like that. Like I said earlier. I would have preferred this not jumping from 6 to 7 right before open, because of exactly what's happening right now. We'll see if we can get that push here over 7. Jumping in there, 714 got filled, terrible fill. See if we can get a push over 750 here. Looking for 750 to push. Still long. Looking for a 750 push or higher here. Having trouble. Where's all the momentum? Looking for it. Might be a little bit too, should have sold for that push up to the 740s. Just having that trouble there. Let's see what happens if we can hold 660. Let's see. Holding that EMA right now, that area. If we can push back above 7, look to add. Push back above 7 here. And might just have to get out. If you can't hold 660. It's got to hold 660 or I'm going to get out. Oh, 650. 650. Line, fine line in the sand. Push back above 7. We'll add above 7 again. I think this will squeeze above 750 from there. Really just holding it up right there. Volume really low as well. It wants to squeeze back up here. There we go. Back above 7 now. Let's see if we can get that push. 750. 750 coming. 750 coming. 747. Come on. 750. 750. It's going to go. It's going to go. 750, 760. There we go. Beautiful rock and roll. Looking to sell half here. Selling half at that 760 area. I'll hold another half. See if we can get a push above $8. Ross can sell to my buying all he wants. I don't even know why you're talking about Ross here on the #1 day trading channel. If you want to go talk about Ross, go talk about Ross on some other day trading channel. We're only here to make money. And here we're doing it live right now. Looking for that push above 8 still. Got 1,000 shares left. Looking for a push above 8. If not, I'll jump out here. 760s if I need to. I'm going to looking for 88888. There's that resistance, that 760 resistance. I'm in at 714, guys, on this right now. So if this can hold, I'm obviously going to get out. So kind of just watching to see what happens here with the 740. 740 will be like kind of my mental stop here. And I'm going to just jumping out right there at 750, just on that little pullback there. And we'll see what happens from there. Locking down $750 in profits. So if you're wondering where I'm at, what I'm doing, I've literally just talked about the whole entire trade live. So you got to turn up the volume and listen, my friends. We ain't got time to recap in the moment here. So right now, looking to see what happens again here at the $7 area. So let's see what happens bouncing around right now. My hotkeys are having some weird issues. I don't know why things are being so weird. We got in at 714. We sold at the 750, 760 area. So looking to see what happens here. SYPR. SYPR. What's going to go? I think SYPR maybe back over 725. Could be another opportunity here. Really liking that SYPR, really liking on the 1 minute chart, liking that 9 EMA there. That blue line is the 9 EMA here on the 1 minute chart. If you look at the 5 minute chart right now, obviously a little overextended there, but still trying to push up, looking a little bit better, kind of that sell off there at open, but looking to see kind of if that strength is going to come back in here right now. Volume kind of looking low as well on this 1 minute candle. So we'll see. SYPR, it could be done here. Be careful, my friends. No holding and hoping and praying. No hoping, no holding. Or no holding and praying. No hoping and holding. No holding and hoping and praying and hoping. There's no hoping, all right? There is no hoping. We trade, we get out, we make money. That's how we do it. SYPR. Got a little bit of support right there at the 650, 660 area. Again, kind of watching that 730. This little area as like an entry. If this wants to percolate and get back up there and kind of consolidate here for a minute. See if we can get that push to $8 or higher. But I think below 730, 725 area, it's looking bearish at this point, personally for me. So that's just the way I'm looking at it. On the 5-minute chart, you can see maybe getting a little bit more of a pullback here. Let's see if that, obviously if that 650, 660 area can't hold, it could just waterfall really quickly. Remember, the stock's got news, obviously, that they've got a defense contract with the Department of Defense, which is good news for the company, but it's also up 150%. And if you look yesterday, the stock was literally down here at $2.20, and it had a pretty big red day yesterday, which is kind of funny that they had this huge red day yesterday, at least for them, dropping from $2.90 down there to $2.18, and then today, I mean, imagine if you were a investor on SYPR and yesterday you sold for a loss, right? You sold for a loss, and then today you woke up and the stock's up 150%. I mean, welcome to the stock market, my friends. Welcome to the world's greatest and largest and 24-hour casino, baby, because it's just, you just gotta love it, you know? Like, you literally gotta love it sometimes. It's just comical, to say the least, is the way that I would put it. It's comical, to say the least. So let's see what happens. SYPR, can it hold the $7 area here and want to push higher from there? Right now, kind of bouncing off that 650, 660 area. But like I said, as long as it's below this 730 area, it's looking bearish. And if it can't get going here again, it's going to be sell time really quickly, because I think this is like really the only thing that's moving right now. I know somebody said CBAT, but I don't know why we're going to look at that. There's no point in even wasting my time looking at that one. SYPR, let's see if it's going to get going here, back above 7. This is the 1-minute chart, if you're wondering. The current high right now is $7.90. Pushing back up here a little bit. Looking better now. Looking better for a breakout here. Might look for just a little trade on it. Smaller size now that we've already made money on it. No point in giving back all the profits. But if this thing wants to go to 8, definitely going to ride that wave. Still kind of watching this 725, 730 area for the breakout. Back to the upside here. I've already sold all my shares in this here. I'm flat right now. I'm looking to buy the breakout back over 730, 725 area if it starts really going here again. I bought in at 714, sold 750, 760 area. Earlier. I'm already out. I got in at 714, got out on this push up there to 760s. Holding 7 right now, looking like she wants to push here. This thing's looking pushy. Volume really light as well, kind of telling us something is about to happen here. I'm going to jump in there, see if we can't get that continuation to push up here. Got filled 717 on that push up. Let's see what happens here. My stop on this is going to be $7 flat, obviously, if it can get going. But it's getting tight, getting real tight right here. Trying to go. 777. Can she hold? Just doesn't want to go. So I'm going to get out there. Just get that kind of fake out. I can still re-enter. That was only small size. So there's that pullback. Looked like it had the momentum, but they crushed it back down. That was kind of that key area. So you got a high of 735 there on that candle. And there's a reason we got out there at $7. So taking, I had what? I think 300 shares on that just with a small size. So just lost I think like $60. So not a big deal. But that's why. That's one thing that I normally do is if I'm trading a stock, and let's say I have a good trade on it, like the first good trade, I get the opportunity that I'm looking for, especially on a stock that's up 150%. If I make money on that first, trade or so, if I'm going to trade again and it's looking riskier, I'm going to normally trade with smaller size on those next couple trades. That way, if I buy 300 shares there at 7.17 and I get out at $7, I'm only getting out for like a $60 loss instead of buying 2,000, 3,000 shares there. And that's just kind of how it goes. It's it's not really a battle of being right or wrong. It's just a battle of just controlling that emotion and being able to control the risk. And so instead of giving back, tons of profit, I literally gave back $60 in profit. But let's say that stock, if it would have went from $7 to $8, that would have been a $350 move. So you can see what I mean. So I'm basically risking 60 cents. Well, I'm risking $60 for a possible $300 move. So the risk to reward is there. I'm minimizing my risk, and I've got the reward that I'm looking for. And obviously earlier we were, earlier in that move, when it had the potential to break above 8, it was a little bit different, of a setup there. So that was why it was a little bit easier to size in there with a bigger size, kind of the first trade of the day, lock in that profit, and then kind of scale back and, not needing to hit a home run on every trade. Right? It makes sense, everybody get that? It makes sense, right? Seeing what else is kind of moving here on the scanner right now. SLDB going from 980 up there to 1080 now. It's got 800,000 shares traded. SLDB, it's got a 53 million share float. Up there to 11 now, from $10 to 11. Still trying to push. It's not got a million shares traded so far, but it's going to get there pretty soon. So yeah, you can see my scanner. Got the trade ideas scanner right now. My head's in the way. You can't really see what's popping. Let me see if I can get rid of that maybe. So you can see my scanner, what I'm looking at, and it's showing us right now SLDB on the breaking out on volume scanner. So SLDB popped up there. I think it might have popped up earlier too, but SLDB 1130 now. So SLDB popping up again there on the trade ideas scanner, and popping up there to 1130 now. So you can see the scanner, it does work. You got to have it. If you're going to be trading, these these fast trading volatile stocks, you got to have something like trade ideas, have a scanner to be able to find, got to find the action there. So is what it is. It is what it is. Bruno said that he's not saying that he doesn't believe me, but you've got to provide some proof behind the trades that you're making. I mean, I called it out live during the trade, so I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. You can come over and watch me do it. I don't know. What's it? Nothing will change. So it is what it is. I'm not, I've been doing this long enough to know that it doesn't really matter what I show or what I do to change people's beliefs. Did I talk about the entire trade as it happened live on YouTube in real time? I mean, this did happen. So, I don't know. That's the thing too, is like, let's say Ross Cameron makes $50,000 a day or $100,000 a day. That's not going to affect your life by any means. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to change your life. So, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to change your life. And me making $1 million a day or making $5,000 or $10,000 is not going to change your day trading journey or experience at this point, really, either. So, SYPR back below $6 now. Back below $6 now on SYPR. Got that $6 support, and then that was that bull trap. This is what I was worried about at open, actually, when we were talking about how that pushed up there to the $7 area, and there it is. Showing my positions live would be nice. To be honest with you guys, I don't even look at my own P&L while I'm trading. So, it is what it is, I guess. I don't look at my P&L while I'm trading, but you guys want to look at my P&L while I'm trading. Hey, it's America, right? SNSS up there to 580. Now, SNSS making the move there. Trying to see what else is popping off here. I've got to do a Zoom call at 10 a.m., so we'll see how much more action we get today. Right now, looking at the scanners, SYPR really the only thing that's like up big. SLDB up to 1132. And this SNSS popped up there on the scanner. It's got 16 million shares in the float there. 16 million shares in the float. And trying to pop up there. SLDB popping from 1080. 1080 up there to 1140. This is an interesting one. Kind of like I don't love it. It's got a 53 million share float. It's, it's making moves, but it's looking scary. It's looking scary to say the least. It's like one of those stocks that you buy at 1080 thinking it's going to go to 1150, and then all of a sudden it drops to $10. So the price action is just not looking like I want to play around with it. Even though it's going up big, we all know how it goes. The stocks like to take the stairs on the way up, and then they like to take the elevator on the way down, my friends. And I don't know about you, but I do not want to be pressing the button on the elevator to the ground floor today. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take the elevator to the ground floor today. No, thank you. Not trying to do that today. The SPY right now bouncing around here, 385, trying to push up 387. Ding, ding, ding. Trying to do something here. Yesterday, the SPY going from red to green. Magical. Honestly, like a magical day there. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button. I know. I thought you were giving up and taking a break. Not a troll by any means, and enjoy your content. Just wondering why you didn't give a longer break. I'll make a video soon about that. I didn't really in that video. I'm not sure. I don't think I made it like clear, like that I was I didn't really put like a time on it. Did I say that I was gonna take a 5-month break or a 6-month break or any of that? I don't remember exactly. But it's funny because everybody is really concerned about how long my break is. And then also another reason that I did a live stream today was because this is the last day that my computer and everything will be set up. Everything's going to be set up. This is the last day that I'll be able to live stream for like 2 months. So that's another reason that I live stream today. So yeah. I just made a video. The great thing about it is I made a video where I just cried the whole time. And that video paid for my couple dinners in Hawaii. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to cry on YouTube to get a couple views. But it was real. It was obviously real emotions there. But it's funny because people keep coming at me about, like, a couple people messaged me saying that I was like a little, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's funny. Guys, everybody takes like everything. If I say one thing, it's like no more life, guys. Here's what's gonna happen. I'll make it very clear. This is my last day. I'm literally moving out of the house that I live in right now. I'm moving out of the house on Friday. So this was the last day that I'll be able to live stream. That's why I live stream today. Am I gonna live stream tomorrow? No. Am I gonna live stream on Friday? No. I'm moving to Hawaii. I've got to drive my truck. I've got to drive my truck to LA. I got to drive my truck to LA. It's going to take me about a week. I'm going to stop along the way. So I got to drive my truck to LA. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I got to get all this stuff figured out. But I'll be in Hawaii by like the middle of March. That's my plan. I want to be living I got a house. I already signed a lease. It's happening. Hawaii. I got to drive to Hawaii. It's going to be tough, man. Have you guys ever driven across the ocean? Right now, the SPY 386. What else? SYPR. What was it? No, it was SPRY. Fuck, what was that thing? SYPR. SYPR at the $6 area right now. What software am I using for the on-screen chart? This is DOS Trader. DOS Trader. Surf 3 to 4 times. I'm planning on surfing every day. I'm planning on surfing every day. Seth Olson. I was definitely in a tough spot, but that video that I made in Hawaii was kind of like at the end of that tough spot. It was kind of like the timing wasn't right because I kept putting it off. I should have made that video like a month before I made it. But when I went to Hawaii, like it really kind of was like a really good experience there. So, yeah. They're going to charge me like $1,500 to ship my truck to Hawaii. So, yeah. I'm thinking, like, the way that I look at it is I think it'll be really good for me because the biggest thing that I battle with living in Florida on the East Coast, like my biggest problem with trading and the whole YouTube thing for me personally is I have to like give up time, right? 9:30 is literally like right in the middle of the day in terms of like activities. Like if I want to go fishing, like 9:30 is literally like right in the middle of that idea. And if I want to go surfing, that's like right in the middle of like the best time to go surfing. And then, everything is like right at 9:30. So basically for me to trade, I have to basically not do anything for the day. I got to give up an entire day of my life to sit in front of a computer. Where living in Hawaii, I can literally wake up at like 4 a.m., which I wake up at 5 a.m. now living in Florida. I wake up every day at 5 a.m., no matter like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. So waking up at 4 a.m., an hour earlier in Hawaii, waking up, being able to trade, and then be done. Like it's right now, it is currently, what is it? Like 5 a.m. in Hawaii? Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. in Hawaii. So I can literally be done trading, be done streaming, be done with the YouTube videos, and then go fishing, go surfing, whatever I want to do the rest of the day. So that's really like the big draw for me. And then obviously it's Hawaii. So living in Hawaii won't be bad by any means. But just kind of that's my big reasoning to moving to Hawaii is because of the time difference. So that's my sales pitch for me, right? Selling the boat, selling everything. I've sold like every single thing that I own. It's great. I have so much more money now. Oh my God, I'm rich. You would be so amazed on how much money you can make from just selling everything in your house. Like I've sold TVs, computer monitors, like everything. I've sold like literally every single thing that I own. So it's pretty funny. And I invested a bunch of I sold like all my fishing gear. I sold all my fishing gear and then I literally put that money into cryptocurrency. It's pretty funny. So I need Bitcoin to go to 80,000 though real quick. The cost of living, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you got to think also like the furthest that you can drive on Oahu is like an hour. So there's like, even though gas and stuff is more expensive, it's not really like you can go that far anyway. Meet up with J.O.B., Jamie O'Brien. I actually filmed Jamie O'Brien the last time I was at Pipeline. I know all the North Shore boys have gotten into day trading back in 2020. I'm sure we might do like maybe do a podcast with some pro surfers and stuff while I'm in Pipe. If anyone's got any requests, maybe do some video interviews and stuff with some pro surfers there in Hawaii. I used to film all those top guys, all those big time boys. But yeah, I got a pretty sweet little spot. For example, I'm paying $2,000 a month where I live at now on the water in Fort Lauderdale. And I'm going to be paying $1,350 a month. $1,350 a month in Hawaii on the North Shore. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to be living on the water and have a boat, but I'll be living on the beach on the North Shore for $1,350, like a studio. It's going to be a little bit smaller. You know, I got a 2-bedroom house now, but I don't really need anything crazy. It's Hawaii. You don't spend time sitting in your house in Hawaii. You spend time outside, my friends. So I'm excited for it. I've got to get on a Zoom call here at 10 a.m., but just wanted to check in with you guys, do a little live stream. It might be, like I said, it might be a month or two before we get another live stream happening. But my plan is to get to Hawaii, start to trade a lot more, get back into the swing of things, get my mind right, get my body right. And, be right here and be doing it. Be doing it big. So, if you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and all that fun stuff. And have I found a woman? No woman yet. Still looking for that woman. So, I'll give you guys some updates. Along the way. I'm shipping my truck to Hawaii, Philip. So I'll talk to you guys. There'll be some more videos along the way. I'll make some videos as I drive. I'm going to drive from Fort Lauderdale to LA, to Los Angeles. So I'll make some videos along the way, and I got some new drone stuff coming out next week. If you're into drones, I've got some pretty badass drone stuff coming out next week, March 2nd with, it's going to be cool. Got a lot of cool stuff. Always got cool stuff going on. So don't count me out just yet, man. Don't count me out just yet, baby. Sometimes the market dips and you got to buy the dip. And that's what I'm doing right now. We're buying the dip in life, Buying the dip, selling the rip. All right. That's my plan. Buying the dip. We bought the dip. The Patrick Whelan dip. It just happened, all right? We're in, fully invested. And we're going to look to sell the rip here the next few years. So you guys have already, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe button. I love you. I'll talk to you at some point, and I'll give you guys a little update as we go. So, peace again. Big thank you for all the support. As always, I know it ain't always easy, but we got to keep it steezy. So, I will talk to you guys later on. Right now, what stock is this? UAMY up there to 223. So it's making moves. Peace.